Hey YouTube, what's up? Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and follow along on our journey. Just going to be doing a 50-hour review of my XP1000 Premium today. What's gone wrong with it, what I like about it, what I don't like. Make sure to follow along, and thanks for watching. As you can see, let's zoom in there. We are at 51 hours, and I believe I'm at 679 miles. First off, the bike has amazing power. You'll never find a shortage of power with this thing. It will go, you point it and it will go wherever you want it to. The only limitation is the rider, and that's my limitation right now. This is my first quad. I've only been riding for about 3 months now. I want to talk about is comfort. So my father has a XTP 850, and we thought that was pretty comfortable. And then we came over and we started riding and sitting on the seat on this guy, and the seat on this on the XP1000 is just super comfortable. It's kind of like a pillow, honestly. You don't realize how hard the Can-Am seats are until you sit on this. And this is, since this is the premium model, it does have the cut and sewn seat, as you can see. Excuse that, we'll move that out of the way for now. Another thing I like is the storage option. So the lock and ride command, or the lock and ride Polaris storage. Open this guy up. I don't know what's in here. Just a dry bag and our first aid kit right now. But this guy has plenty of storage room, and it has a separate little storage compartment for little things you want to keep separate. My biggest complaint about the lock and ride, though, is the straps. Let me see if I can get the focus there. The strap is right above the wheel. So if it's muddy, where's that mud going? Right here. Covers the whole thing. So you're going to get nasty every time you try to open up your storage. Just going to turn it off so the battery doesn't drain. Next thing I like is the ride height. Since these tires are bigger than the standard model, let's just go down here real quick. You get an extra ½ inch of ride height, so 12 inches of ground clearance on this thing is amazing. Lights are not bad. As you can tell, I did upgrade them though. I went with a Haze Fab Slim Row LED lights, and then I added a set of spot rigid pod lights. I'll be doing a more detailed review of those come springtime once we're able to get down and ride in the nighttime down at Wayne National Forest. They're amazing from what I've seen so far, the combo. I've had people tell me they're kind of blinding, so I did wire them up individually so that way I could turn on the spotlights as needed. The Slim Row LED lights I found are somewhat of more of a flood pattern. They're not very focused far out, so that's why I went with the combo of the spotlights. That way I can get that projection down the trail as I'm driving. The storage without a pack on this thing is pretty amazing. You get a front storage rack here, which I'm going to open up just to kind of show you without doing anything. So there's front storage options. You do lose the ability to easily get to the rear storage. It's right here because this guy's on there. But other than that, this machine has been a blast to ride. My biggest complaint, and something I guess you just learn how to deal with over time, is the engine braking. The engine braking on this guy is extremely aggressive. Sometimes engine brakes so hard that it locks the back wheels up, and I find myself sliding down hills sideways if I'm not careful. The ergonomics were very well thought out. The seat is super comfortable. The handles are in a good position for me. The shift knob is really easy to reach. The cup holder, actually, people kind of joke and laugh about it when they see something there, but I've gone whole days riding on a trail with a water bottle in there and it doesn't move. It will bounce out if you hit a pretty big whoop doing some speed, but usually it will bounce out and fall down on the wheel well, so you're not going to totally lose it. Just want to briefly go over all the mods I've done so far. I've added the spot rigid pod lights. I've added the Haze Fab slim lights. I've added the 2-gallon roto packs for when we do our day rides. The Power Mad X version 2 gauntlets. The Polaris mirrors. I did add the Demon, I don't know if you can see it in there, the Demon heated grips and the thumb throttle. It's super nice for trying to stay warm. They'll keep your hands warm. These will keep your hands dry if it's raining. Your hands will not get wet until you pull them out of here. Obviously, I've added the rear cargo rack. I've added the rear bumper as well. It's kind of a shame that it doesn't come with that factory, but it is what it is, I guess. It wasn't super expensive. I'm going to add this spring a set of Elka stage 3 or 4 shocks. I haven't determined which one yet, and obviously I'm waiting to install these guys. This was a full set of skid plates. You can see the rest over there from Ricochet Armor. It's just their aluminum ones, so I'll be adding those here shortly, just to really get some underground protection. Even though this thing doesn't bottom out a lot, I'd rather err on the side of caution. I don't want to be out there and nail one of my A-arms and then be stuck out there, because unlike a side-by-side, I don't have a whole lot of room for spare parts on this guy. 50 hours, 679 miles. I've done one set of all fluid changes at 25 miles. I'm going to do another one before I ride it again at 50 hours. I think I'm just going to do fluid changes every 50 hours, no matter what, all of them. That's, you know, the engine oil, transmission, the gearboxes. The only one I probably won't do is the hill descent control. I'll do that one probably every 200 hours. I just don't use it a lot. Probably should start using it more. Maybe I wouldn't have the issues with the engine braking sliding me sideways down the hills. The one major issue I've had, not even really major, the only issue that I required maintenance on this guy is spark plug got wet. We were doing some heavy puddle rides, and I just think that's what caused it. You just come in from over here, you take the seat off, pop this off, and your spark plugs are right here. It was a super easy fix. It took maybe half an hour once we finally were able to figure out that was a spark plug. Just one of them got wet, so I was able to limp it out, which was good. That's about the only issue I've had. So far, I've had a blast with this machine, and I'm looking forward to continuing to put some miles on it. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to follow along.